Hello everybody, welcome to Project Beauty, where we talk about project planning and everything beauty related. My name is Jen. So this is the update for Throwback 30 for January the 28th. Oh my gosh. January is almost over. It feels like it always lasts forever, but then when you think about it, it's like, where did it go? So we're going to go ahead and do this update. It was created by Jessica Lee from YouTube and also Fantastic Ladies creator. So this has monthly updates, and I don't know exactly what the hashtag is. I just do hashtag throwback 30pp. So I'm not really sure if that's what it is. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and talk about the things that I have in my project and if I have any rollouts. So let's get into it. The first thing I have is for the prompt 12 Days of Christmas project pan, and my prompt is 3 French hens. And I decided to go with a French brand, which is Avene. And for this one, I selected it's called Soothing Skin Recovery Cream. Now, this one, it can be used on ages 2 and up because it is so good and natural. Like, I don't want to say natural as in like you could eat it, but like it's really good. It's such a good gentle cleanser, or not cleanser, moisturizer, and it's just so soft on the skin. It's ridiculous. I've actually been using this on my kid. He's just really small, and whenever he plays outside, like you guys know, Canada, winter, snow, all the things. So we play outside in the snow, and he gets snow inside the cuffs of his jackets, and of course that creates an issue with the skin because the skin gets wet and it's frozen and it's moist and then it's damp and it's stuck on his skin. So we go in the house, we change his mitts constantly. Anyways, long story short, he gets little patches of dry skin because it's irritated. So I put this on him and it really helps. So he's also been using this, but it was um pretty much almost empty, like way down to here when I first started giving it to him. So I will have to replace this eventually. I think I may have a backup, but I will be buying this continually forever. It is so good. If you have not tried Avene Soothing Skin Cream, it is so good. It is so good. It's called Soothing Skin Recovery Cream. Highly recommend. Please check this out. It is so good. I cannot say enough good things, but this is rolling out. And I have a 4 Seasons project pan, and the prompt is for fall. And for that, I decided to go with 2 MAC lipsticks. One is in Diva, which is this one here, which I have 8 uses on. I want to complete it, but I mean, I have so many things in my projects that this will stay until the end of the project, but I don't know how much use I'm going to get on it. And then the next one is for Bronx, which is right here. And honestly, I could use this one every single day. It's beautiful. I love it so much. And I have 20 uses on this one, but my lipsticks are taking a backseat right now because I'm working on this one from MAC, which I'm wearing right now, and I'm trying to use it down because I want to do a back to MAC, and I'm trying to get use of the ones that have the most use on it, and that one is in a project. So that one I'm trying to finish first. The next one we have is for 50 Shades of Pink, which I didn't get to take part of, so I'm happy I get this. And of course, it's a pink item. And for that, I went with my Makeup Geek eyeshadow in the shade Razzleberry, which is right here. I will give you guys a little swatch of this. I'm not sure how much more use I'm going to get out of this, honestly. It's like kind of drying out and getting gross. And I have so many, like at the time, it was like the best eyeshadow. I've never found an eyeshadow that was like this color ever, and now I probably have this like 10 times over in my collection. So I think once this project is done, I will probably declutter it because it is very, very old. But I have 3 uses and my goal is to complete it, which is probably not going to happen, but again, I'm going to leave it in here and go right until the end of the project. The next is 7 Deadly Pans, and the prompt I selected was Sloth, and I went with something that takes me forever to use and something that like it's moving, but it's not moving at a rapid pace. And that is from my little Black Book of Bronzers from Too Faced. And it is the bronzer in the shade Endless Summer. Where is it? Right here. This one right here. So I have a bit of usage. I'm not sure how much you can see. I have a bit of usage on it, but I mean, this is the most usage I've ever seen on this entire palette. Basically, I just like go to a few of them in here because I'm using a few in the projects, and I just mix and match them together. So I'm using like all of them instead of just one of them, which is like, if I just focused, I would get that progress, but oh well, it is what it is. And then the next one is for Alice in Wonderpan, and the prompt is Cheshire Cat, which is a lippy. And I've decided to go with my Lancome Juicy, what is it called? Juicy Tubes lip gloss in the shade Spring Fling. So at the last update, we were up here and we are now down to here. And it looks like I'm lower, but like if I push all the product down and I bend it, that's where it bends. So that's where I'm marking it. So that's where we're at now. Pretty good progress, even though I don't enjoy using this at all. I can't wait till it's gone. And I have 19 uses on that so far. The next one is for Beauty A to Z. The prompt is letter M, and I rolled in my MAC blush in margin, and my goal is to hit pan on this, and I currently have 15 uses. I don't know that I'll hit pan by the end of the project. I don't think I'll even make a huge dent, but again, I want to try, and I'm going to leave it in. And then we have Birthstone Beauty, and the prompt is May, and that is emerald, and I chose the eyeshadow in JD Glow Seaweed, which is right here. You can see it has a shift to like a bluey shade. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see that, but it's absolutely stunning. It's really, really gorgeous. And I want to go to 30 uses, and I'm currently at 3. Not a shade I typically wear all the time. And of course, I'm working on other things. The next one I have is for Budget Beauty, which is the prompt, like something drugstore, something that's less expensive in your collection. And for that, I went with the Revolution Beauty Baked Highlight, and this is in the shade Golden Lights. I had removed Peach Lights because it's just not a shade for me. This one is absolutely gorgeous, and I want to use it 15 times, and I currently have 5 uses on that. You can see where that highlighter is. It's no joke. It's like glaring and beautiful. And then the next one is for Child of the 80s. The prompt is Star Wars, something glittery, and I went pretty literal, and I chose a Star Wars palette with some glittery eyeshadows in it. And my goal is to use each of these 2 times each. However, I haven't touched this in the last month because I've been working on so many other things and just playing around with stuff in my collection at my will, and I've really been enjoying that. So I haven't touched that yet, and I still have until July to get that out. So best know that will happen. The next thing is for Drop 10 Before Summer, and the prompt is a summer themed item. And again, I went back into the Little Black Book of Bronzers, and I selected the shade Sun Bunny, which is up here. This one is getting quite a bit of love. I don't know how much you're going to be able to see, but you can definitely see the discoloration around it, where I'm using the brush and the product is going everywhere. But I'm trying to use it. And then we have Food for Thought. Prompt is food themed item, and that one I've selected my Glamlight Red Velvet Cake palette. I haven't used this at all. My goal is to use this palette 20 times. That's like shade. So if I do a look that has 5 shades on it, that's 5 uses. So it shouldn't be that hard for me to do that, but apparently it is. So I have to work on that one. And then the next one is Gotta Pan 'Em All, and the prompt is, it's a Pokemon theme. So the prompt I selected was Ash, and it's something you are determined to finish, and that is my Magic Beautifier from L'Oreal. It's a BB cream, and we were at the longer line when I started because this was in a previous project, and this is where we are now. And the reason for that is I am working on a foundation from MAC, again, something from MAC, because I want to complete it for Back to MAC, and that is my primary focus. So once that is done, I will try and get this completed, which should not take long at all. And then I have a Harry Potter and the Pan of Fire. The prompt is Bludger Something Black. And for that, I went with this palette right here with the black glitter from Tarte. It is a blush palette from many years ago. My goal is to use this 50 times, 50, and I've currently used it 16 times. And I really enjoy it a lot. It's really nice. And then I have I Heart the 90s. The prompt is Smells Like Teen Spirit, a scented product. And for that, I have my Katy Perry perfume in the scent Meow. And I was here the last update, and I am now down to here. So we're making pretty steady progress. I am working on a lot of perfumes right now. So again, I think I have a lot of everything in my different projects, but I hope to have this done by the end of the project. I should be able to get this done in 6 months, even if I'm working on other things. Actually, 5 months. 6 months? 6 months. Yeah. Okay. And then we have Let's Get Loose. The prompt is a loose powder. I picked my Sephora loose powder, and I haven't used it at all, unfortunately. So still lots of product in there. And then I have Lip Service. The prompt is, of course, a lip product and set your own goals. And I selected my Sephora lip cream in the liquid. It's a lip cream liquid lipstick in the shade 72. And I have used this 13 times, and I'd like to complete this. I actually grab for this quite frequently, even though it's a little more cool tone for my liking. A little bit of zombie lips, but I'm kind of here for that. So I'll just try and get that used up by the end of July. Then we have Mean Girls quotes. The prompt is on Wednesday we wear pink, and I picked something pink, and of course I picked an eyeshadow because I'm crazy that way, and I picked a JD Glows AKA, and I haven't used this anymore since the last time, and I've only used it 4 times, so I want to use it 15, so that is my goal. And then the next one I have is for Skin is In, and the prompt is skincare item, and that is the Laneige Multi Deep Clean Cleanser, and I have emptied this out completely, and I love this, but unfortunately they don't have this anymore on Sephora, so I can't get this, and I freaking love it. I would have bought backups for sure, but that is it for me. And then we have, so that's 2 rollouts, and then that's expensive. The prompt is the most expensive item. I actually really enjoyed that project a lot. I thought Misty did a good job choosing that. For me, it was a very successful project, and I got a lot of high items out, and I just thought it was really good. But unfortunately, there's just so many projects that I want to work on that I want to try and switch them around a little bit year to year. So I haven't worked on that one again, but maybe in the future. But this one is for most expensive item. I selected my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Sculpture Palette, and I want to complete this one. My goal is to get this out, and of course I'm using so many other things right now, so this will wait. I do have some good use on this. I think mostly on this one right here and a little bit on the bronzer, but I currently have 25 uses on this, so hopefully I can complete that. There's not a lot of product in there, so it shouldn't take me that long. And the last item I have is this is Fantasy. The prompt is Cyclops, and it's a single eyeshadow. And I chose Makeup Geek's Glamorous, which I believe is this one right here. And I don't really like this color that much. I used it 4 times in this project, which is crazy when you think that this started in July, but it's not a shade I like. It's very boring and neutral for me. I want something that's a little more impactful. Even though those aren't, I'm barely using them, it's because I'm using palettes and all the other stuff. So anyway, that is everything. I have 2 rollouts, so that is so great, and I will keep trying to dwindle down these items as the project goes on. But please go ahead and hit that like button if you haven't done so already, and I would love it for you to stay, so go ahead and click on the subscribe button if you are not already part of the family. If you feel so inclined, please leave a lipstick emoji in the comments, and I will see you guys again in the next video. Bye everyone.